What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rent Roller Sports. Please like, share, subscribe. All right. I had a little debate in the comment section of one of my videos. All right, with a gentleman, and he explained to me, in his opinion, that Wilt Chamberlain was the most dominant player ever, and that Wilt Chamberlain is the GOAT. So we went back and forth. It was on my top five greatest center video, and he said Wilt should be no lower than third, and I couldn't. I'm really not going to argue that point. But when he started talking about Wilt being the greatest center of all time, and then being the greatest player of all time, that's when we started going back and forth. And it was a friendly debate. Cool guy, Daryl. I'm pretty sure you're going to check this out. I'm making this for you. See, the difference between me and most of these other YouTubers, especially ones that have large platforms, is they don't respond to everybody. I try to respond to everybody, whether you agree or disagree with me. I try to respond. I actually take requests and make videos based on my viewers' requests. I don't get to all of them, but I try to get to as many as I can. And people have been requesting a Wilt Chamberlain video for some time now. A couple individuals. So, Daryl and Your Honor and a couple other guys, a couple other viewers on my channel speaking on Wilt Chamberlain. I want to do an eye test. And in this video, I'm going to take you through some footage. We're going to talk a little bit about it. And I want to know, in the comment section, would Wilt Chamberlain be able to average 50 points in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, or even today, the 2010s? Would Wilt Chamberlain be able to average 50 points and 25 rebounds? Also, would Wilt Chamberlain be able to play 48 minutes a game and play all 82 games, plus overtimes, in today's NBA, in the modern era, which I want to say started in the early 80s, which met with Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Dr. J, and so on and so forth. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, put him in there, going into Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan and the league in the modern day era. Wilt Chamberlain put up those astronomical numbers in the 60s, where I argued in the comment section with Daryl that he played against inferior competition. Would he been able to average 50 points a game in the late 80s, early 90s with the bad boy Pistons, the Chicago Bulls, the 86 Celtics, or the 80s Celtics, period, the 80s Lakers? All right? I don't think so. I don't think he was putting up no 50 points a game against Kareem in his prime. And they had battles. But we're going to go into it. We're gonna look at it. This is an eye test. And the question of this video is, would Wilt Chamberlain be able to average 50 points a game in the modern NBA?
We're talking about Bigfoot. I was like, somebody big that scored 100 points or averaged 50. It's just beyond belief.
Well, I've been coaching him for 2 years now, and I marvel at just watching him play.
I see what you mean.
His strength is uncanny for a tall boy, and his agility
Hopefully we get some good footage in color.
is the same as our number 21 over there, Little Marty Hughes.
Wilt was probably the most powerful, strongest athlete.
Yeah, I just want to freeze this here so you can look at some of these numbers. All right, 7 foot 1 inches height without shoes, a 7 foot 8 inch wingspan. That's important. He had knuckle draggers. All right, he had his knuckles went down past his knees. 9 foot 6 inch standing reach in Converse. 9 foot 7 inch in modern shoes. 9.5 inch hand length 11.5-inch hand spread. Max reach 12 feet 6 inches. Okay, 258 pounds prior to NBA debut, 265 pounds during third NBA season, 320 pounds during fifth NBA season in training camp, 292 pounds. Okay, so, you know, he's basically somewhere around Shaq's size in his prime. All right? Him and Shaq are the only two guys that you can really compare. I mean, Kareem was more of a finesse player. Chamberlain had finesse too, don't get me wrong. He didn't just dunk every basket. But Kareem was definitely more of a skill, finesse center as opposed to Shaquille O'Neal and Wilt Chamberlain. Let's get into it.
Athlete that I've ever met, you could see the power. He was strong.
Oh, I want to stop it here. It says here he was 327 pounds on the set of Conan the Destroyer. That's one of my favorite childhood movies, the whole Conan thing. I was waiting as a child for Conan the King, the third movie that never came. Arnold, if you're out there listening, please make Conan the King. All right? I love to see that. And Wilt Chamberlain was a great, played a great part in that Conan movie. And there's a lot of stories Arnold Schwarzenegger told about Wilt Chamberlain's legendary strength in the weight room, how he was able to outlift Arnold in everything. He was able to pick Arnold up and with one arm and hold him up with one arm, things like that. All right, so I'm very well aware, even though I went back and forth in the comment section with Daryl, I've known this for some time about Chamberlain. His legendary leaping ability. I believe at one point they said he had a 50-inch vertical from a standstill. One of the greatest athletes ever, along with Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders, Michael Jordan. I could list numerous great athletes, and he's definitely one of them.
Was a magnificent athlete. Magnificent.
He did things that you wouldn't expect.
I'm going to take my time with this one, guys. You know, I know I have a audience that's mostly over 30, so I hope you guys don't mind. Let's unpack this a little bit.
A big person like that to do.
Great stamina and strength.
We had big players before him, but they didn't.
There it's a little blurry, but he's standing up there with Muhammad Ali. At one point, during the 60s, they were going to have an exhibition match. But I believe it was Muhammad Ali's people told him it wasn't a good idea. I don't remember who pulled out, but that would have been very interesting. Would Wilt Chamberlain have stood a chance against Muhammad Ali? In all reality, no. He probably would have knocked Chamberlain out in the first round. But it would have been interesting, and it would have been funny. Now, the way they have exhibition matches going on now, if it was set in an exhibition style where they just played around, which of course that's what it would be, it wouldn't be a serious boxing match with Muhammad Ali, one of the all-time greatest. But it was very interesting because Chamberlain had such a long reach on Ali. Ali even made fun of it, and his hands were twice the size of Ali's. So just a little tidbits information about Chamberlain. Let's go forward.
Didn't quite look like Wilt.
Chamberlain was a giant.
You have no idea how physically imposing he was.
I was 6'11", 229 pounds. I've never seen a person that big.
What was your playing weight? About 275,
No. My playing weight is around 300, 310.
He was like a giant redwood tree, the biggest man I had ever seen or played against.
My God! I'm taller than everybody that comes on the show, then you've just thrown the whole curve off. How tall are you exactly?
5'11" and a half.
He told Conan O'Brien he's 5'11" and a half. I remember there was a joke. I read Chamberlain's book as a kid, folks, where he got tired of people always making these tall jokes. Oh, and people would always ask him, how's the weather up there? And he said he would spit down sometimes and said, it looks like rain.
Artist Gilmore and Wilt Chamberlain together. Artist says he's 7 feet 2 inches tall, and Wilt standing up is at least 2 inches taller than he is. So they never have really been able to understand the correct height of Wilt Chamberlain. Anywhere from 7 feet to 7'4". His hair were as long as mine, it could be 8 feet tall. I remember one night he looked 8 feet tall, he scored 100 against the New York Mets.
None of us had ever seen a player of that stat.
That's the Wilt Chamberlain that I remember as a kid, where he looked exactly like that in that Conan movie. And I even remember as a kid thinking, my God, who is that guy?
That size.
What comes to mind for you regarding Wilt?
Well, for me, what comes to mind is just how physically dominating Wilt was. I mean, his size and strength and athletic ability. He had a great variety of really incredible strong points to his athletic skills. People don't realize that, you know, he can. When he went to the University of Kansas, he competed.
That's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar speaking on Chamberlain.
In the shot put and the high jump and the quarter mile, in addition to playing on the basketball team. He was really a superlative athlete.
And he was the greatest athlete I think that's ever lived. The strongest man that's ever played this game.
The strongest basketball player that ever lived.
They always say he was by far the strongest person who's ever played in the NBA.
Absolutely. I mean, he lifted me up with one arm like nothing. He was so powerful. He came to the gym and he would do a tricep extension that the big guys just...
You hear Arnold talking, he lifted me up with one arm like he was nothing.
Person who's ever played.
Absolutely. I mean, he lifted me up with one arm like nothing. He was so powerful. He came to the gym and he would do a tricep extension that the big guys, the strongest guys, would do, let's say, 120 pounds. He would come and he would do 150, 170 pounds. That's how strong he was.
Did you hear what he said? Doing a tricep extensions with 150 to 170 pounds. Now, anybody that goes to the gym and works out, and you doing tricep extensions with a barbell, and you doing 150, 170 pounds, and this is with long arms, folks. Some of the best power lifters have short, stockier arms. Some of the strongest guys in the gym are short and stocky because their arms don't have that far to reach for the actual extension of the rep. But when you have a wingspan of 7'8", your arms reach down to your ankles, and you can still do tricep curls at 170 pounds. You're just hellishly strong.
I saw him pick up 500 pounds, almost dropped over the roof watching him and Johnny Selma.
Yeah, I'm a guy bench pressing around 600 pounds when I was at my
600 pounds?
Yeah, right.
Chamberlain gonna freeze the ball now.
Did you hear that, folks? Chamberlain said at his best he was benching 600 pounds. And if he's doing 170-pound tricep extensions, I believe him.
Jerry West bumps into that big giant, bounces off. Let's take a look at that again. Man, that's like running into a solid door.
Earl Monroe against Gail Goodrich. He got inside, he put it up, he's hammered by Wilt.
St. Jude affects all corners of the world for good.
Body contact.
Yeah, a lot of it. Well, maybe he didn't have any nerves in that part of his body. He didn't feel that.
Philadelphia Baltimore story you saw, that's the
My boy Tariq is going to kill me for that ad coming in here. Yes, I got to get the YouTube subscription so I can kill these ads, folks. Remember, it's still bootleggish right now. We working on it. Ride with me, though.
Bob Love is shaking up and down on the floor as he missed that layup. Goes up, Chamberlain hit him right in the stomach, and that really had to hurt.
What I'm basically searching for in these highlights, I know many of the legends of Wilt Chamberlain, but this is an eye test video, folks. That's why I'm not really talking that much. I want you to take this ride with me. And in your opinion, from your eye test now, and I know at the beginning of the video it said they only have about 2.6% of Chamberlain's actual field goals on film. That's a very small sample size. And most of it is probably going to be after he was 30 years old, right? So just let's take that with a grain of salt. But I'm looking at the eye test here to see, once again, if Chamberlain would be able to average 50 points a game in the modern era.
Not only the ball, but Robertson down.
I mean, he is strong. Robinson's a big 6'5" and about 215. He's probably the strongest backcourt man in the league.
You know Wayne Emery is when he...
Now, I showed you a lot of Chamberlain highlights, right? Let's have a complete contrast here. And let's go to any Shaq video, doesn't matter.
He's going to put her on the floor again. No look to Wilt. Side feeds to your side, light out. Oh, set away. Congratulations, 1990.
Shaq came in the league 300 pounds. And if I remember correctly, he was 300 pounds with less than 7% body fat at the time. Something crazy like that.
2000 NBA MVP Shaquille O'Neal.
It's not the greatest video. Let's go to another one, folks.
Moving the ball, spacing, now to Shaq. That shot to Shaq into the last night. Nate Friday. Ball into Shaq. Back shot is good. His shot no good. Rebound to Shaq. He's magnificent and he puts it up. Takes it into Shaq. Here comes 2 points. Right hand look is good from Shaq. Long lead underneath the Shaq.
I don't know about y'all, but those two guys, 300 pounds, looks completely different. And, you know, Shaq's 300 pounds. I think they were lying. I think here, Shaq, he had to be at least 330 pounds solid muscle, man.
Shaq underneath there. Low to Shaq. Shaq backing in. He's under the basket. Shoot another 3, man. Back in the Shaq. He's going to shoot a 2. Right here, he's going to floor. Shaq playing underneath. There comes the pass. Beautiful run. He's on. Look, they're going to pass to Shaq. Slam. 83. Pass to Shaq. Takes a good reception.
Man, this is some grainy footage, man. This was 2000s, folks. Well, why is this footage so grainy? But anyway, you know, let's look at another one.
Missed a lot of free throws in his career, but hey,
let's unpack this.
389.
Shaq declined because he.
By O'Neal out of bounds. Shaquille O'Neal, to me, is the...
I want to show you guys something from my childhood that I remember like it was yesterday. And then I'm going to end the video. You guys remember this when Shaq came into the league?
Get a new set of tires in just a couple clicks at Firestone Complete Auto Care.
Sorry, Tariq. Don't turn my video off, man. Don't unsubscribe. That's one basket broke. That's at LSU in college. Remember that?
Let me see your best.
Come on, people.
Is that all you got? And then a stop was starting. Bowie was coming off the bench as...
Look at Barkley.
Almost does bring down the entire backcourt. How strong is he? Well, I think this backcourt company will attest to it. I mean, is the new...
I'm going to end this video here. let's get back to Wilt. The focus is Wilt. But you guys, you know, let me know what you think, man.
An excellent all-around athlete. You could play sports other than basketball.
You could have been the best decathlete in the world.
Amazing athlete. I know people realize I think he ran a 48-second 440.
Whoa!
I think I had.
He ran fast there. Oh, sorry, folks.
Chamberlain is a great athlete.
Total monster. I can't explain to you.
An excellent all-around athlete. You could play sports other than basketball.
You could have been the best decathlete.
Watch how fast he runs down the court here.
I think he ran a 48-second 440.
Holy smokes.
I think I had the properties of strength, stamina, a certain amount of agility.
We've heard all the myths and the legends about Wilt being a terrific all.
So here, I'm gonna stop it here, guys. You know, we getting into documentary territory here if I let it go any longer. All right. So we unpacked it a little bit with some footage. I know we haven't seen all of Wilt's footage. What do you guys think? Would Wilt be able to come into Shaquille O'Neal's era in the mid-90s and early 2000s in his prime, put Wilt at 23, 24 years old? Would he be able to average that 50 points and 25 rebounds then? And is he the most dominant player ever? And is Wilt Chamberlain the true GOAT? Not Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Bird, or Magic Johnson? Let me know in the comment section. This is Rant Roller Sports. I thank you guys who watched this video all the way to the end. I know everyone out here has ADHD now. So those who watched it to the end, I thank you. And please subscribe if you watched to this point. More to come. Peace.